Hello everybody, welcome back to another comic video. Today I'm doing another review for The Bad Batch episode 15. So now this is going to be one more episode right after this, and then the show is going to be over. But I don't know if you guys have heard, but they did state that Disney is making another season coming out next year of 2022. So we'll be expecting to see our boys back for another great season. So I'm pretty happy to hear that, so I'm not sure if I want to do another video just to talk about that, but probably I'll just talk about it right here, right now, just for you guys. So I'm actually kind of excited they're continuing with the story with the Bad Batch, and don't know what it's going to take for next part for next year. Maybe it could be later on, and then maybe next couple of years, and maybe the Bad Batch is now fully on the run, and now the Empire's now taking over the entire galaxy, and now it's their job to like do whatever they want and see what their story is going to be taking. But not going to say too much about that. But yeah, I'm going to be watching episode 15, and it's called Return to Kamino, and it's exactly it's on exactly 26 minutes. So I'm going to watch it, and then after I'll share my honest opinions and what I thought about the episode and what I didn't like about the episode, or just want to share you guys my honest thoughts about the show so far. So stay tuned for a little later when I discuss how much I like. Everybody, welcome back to another part of the video. So if you guys are new to my channel, so basically what I do on the comic show, I normally just do channel reactions, movie reviews, game reviews, and everything I could do from Netflix to Disney Plus, and which today I'm doing a review, like 1 to 2 review away from the show being finished is Bad Batch episode 15, and then after we got 16 right next Friday. So I'm gonna be sad because the show's gonna be over, but like I said earlier, there's going to be a season 2 coming out next year of 2022. So the show's not going to go away anytime soon. It's going to continue on. So I'm pretty happy that when I heard it a few days ago that Disney announced that there's going to be another season, I was like, hell yeah! It's like, so I'm pretty excited. If you guys do want me to do a video talking about the season 2 for The Bad Batch, let me know in the comments down below. So I have officially watched episode 15, The Return to Kamino, and what I gotta say about this, I thought it was really good. Seeing that the rest of the Bad Batch, like Hunt, Wrecker, Tech, Echo, and Omega, had no choice and go and rescue Hunter. That they thought it was gonna be on the same planet, but they found out that they were going to Kamino, so Omega decided to go and say, like, okay, he's actually on Kamino, we're going to go and save him. There's a secret passage we can take to go and get him. So once they got to Kamino, there was this secret platform that was like, it kind of looked like it was like 100 or something miles away from the city that they were going to. And then they were able to go on this secret platform. She activated this secret lift, and that they were able to go all the way down deep. It was like an elevator, so they were able to go underwater, and it goes straight through a tunnel underneath the oceans of Kamino, and they were able to sneak their way into the city and able to crawl in, and they noticed everything was all abandoned. There was no guards, no clones walking around, except for a few. They were evacuating the planet, and something during the episode, I was pretty astounded. I was like, wow. So, the episode proceeds on, and then we get to see that, Omega and the others find out that Crosshair's there, and with a few other, not clones, but, the Empire recruits, there were actually people from across the galaxy that, the Empire's changing, and they don't want to use clones anymore, so they're hiring people from the outskirts of the Outer Rim and people from other planets that actually want to serve the Empire, so they're recruiting a lot of people to join the cause, and then through the episode, we see that Crosshair was actually keeping Hunter in the training grounds where we saw in the first episode where the Bad Batch were tested to see if they were able to prove that you were willing to serve the Empire. But and then in this episode, we get to see him come back. But they were not going to train; they were going to save Hunter from Crosshair. So during the process, Omega was reactivating those training droids so they can help her friends from being killed from Hunter from Crosshair and a few others. So during the process, she activated them, and they all came up, and they were all battling each other and trying to take out all the freaking training droids. And then after, Crosshair actually betrayed a few of his not clones, but some of the troopers that were with him. He had these like orb-like mirror things on the ground. He shot them, and it all ricocheted all around the room, killing them all. And then all those training droids came up. They had Crosshair had no choice but to team up with Hunter, and then he told him, and Hunter was like, "Why are you still serving the Empire? Just come with us. We are your brothers. You need to take out the embedder chip." It's like, there's something about that, Hunter. I had the embedder chip removed a long time ago. So Crosshair actually had his embedder chip removed, but when did he get it removed? That's one thing I'm trying to think about. Maybe it wasn't that one episode where he was on the table after he got burnt from Braca. Because, how his face was, Brad really scorched. So I'm thinking after he got returned to Kamino at that point, I think they removed the embedder chip at that time. But we didn't see it, though. Because remember we saw him got up. He was looking at, that one dude, and then the Prime Minister of Kamino. So, I'm thinking at that point, they actually took it out, and then it proceeded on with more of the episodes, and then at this point, Crosshair was actually able to tell Hunter, it's like, yeah, I got it removed. But he was still loyal to the Empire. But he still didn't want to join the Bad Batch because, he still feels ashamed that if he turns to go help his friends, then I forget the guy's name. Basically, he would probably have his troopers kill Crosshair. So he wanted to still be loyal and not get killed early on. So I'm guessing there's probably going to be a little plan here. What's going to be going on for the next part? Because we got the second final for next Friday, so I guess we just gotta find out till then. But this episode was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. So it was very thrilling, and at the very end, we got to see the Empire fully evicted themselves off of Kamino, and then they're doing a big giant airstrike on the city with the Bad Batch crew still there, being bombarded with freaking giant energy blasts. And we saw General Tarkin tell that one dude, like, fire when ready, and he fired upon the Kamino city, and it's all destroyed. With our boys still in there, and Omega. So I don't think they're gonna die anyways, because they're probably gonna show up again on the next episode. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty cool. I really liked it. So, but by the rating of this episode, I think I was gonna give it a spot on, maybe. I'll give it a 4.8 out of 5. That's a pretty good rating. I didn't want to give it a big giant rating of 5 out of 5. I was just like, yeah, maybe I'll see how well the next episode's gonna handle by the final, and see how it goes from there. And then if it does pretty well, then I'll just give the last episode a 5 out of 5. But until then, I'm giving this one a 4.8 out of 5. So I loved it. It was good. So if you guys have not seen the show so far yet, I recommend you guys going to go to Disney Plus if you have it, or if not have it, sign up, get your subscription on Disney Plus, and start watching The Bad Batch and The Mandalorian if you guys have not seen The Mandalorian. It's a great show. And there's a whole bunch of other shows on Disney Plus too you guys can start watching. There's also another one called Behind the Attraction. It's all the rides that the Disneyland has made since the 1960s. It's a really good show so far. I'm on the 3rd episode where it's talked about how they created Star Tours and how George Lucas partnered with Disney a long time ago. How he actually won the very first, how he went on the very first ride of Jungle Cruise, and then he went to the Tomorrowland, and then he got the idea of Star Tours. So, if you guys want to go check that show out, go check it out on Disney Plus. But until then, guys, that concludes my episode. Thank you guys for watching. I totally recommend you guys go watch The Bad Batch. If you guys are really into Star Wars or you're just getting into it, I recommend you guys start with the movies first and work your way through. And then once you got for all the movies, and then start watching the shows like the original Clone Wars, and then the new Clone Wars season, and then this one, and then bada bing, bada boom, and then you guys are all caught up. So until then, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good night, good afternoon, and I'll catch you guys next time on the Kamino Show. So you guys have a great, fantastic weekend.